trust anybody now.
Come on, you ape! You want to live forever?
Now what?
But no matter what happens, Godzilla will win.
And welcome back to the 86th episode of the Monster Movie Stompdown. This is your host, Sludge. My co-host across from me,
Mark.
Our master in Texas,
Ruben.
And it's Mark's birthday episode, so we have got two special guests that made their appearance tonight just for Mark.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Sitting across
so
from us
much.
in-house, we have got Charlie from Give Me Back My Action Movies, Give Me Back My Horror Movies. Charlie, say what's up.
What's up? Happy birthday, Mark.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then we have got the absolute just film master from Good Beer Bad Movie Night in Ohio,
And
Pete.
the Oscar, and the Oscar goes to.
And the Oscar goes to Mr. Pete Quint. Say what's up, Pete.
Hey, what's up, Pete?
There we go. There we go.
Yes. So excited. So we kind of pulled out all stops here for you, Mark.
Well, I appreciate that.
Because you're what, 61? 61 this year.
Oh, no.
61.
Wow.
61. That's right.
So, and we've got some festivities planned for you. It's going to be fun.
It's
So
scary.
And for those who listen, know that me and Pete spent some time digging into some movies for Mark, and let him choose what movie he picked, and he chose Notzilla, which is the movie.
Okay, so were you lying to me before the recording, or did you really?
No, I was not lying to you before the recording.
3 Notzillas in the hat.
Yeah, there was totally 3 Notzillas in the hat. So Mark had 3.
Go ahead and explain that.
See, Mark, I told you have to watch.
You didn't see him do air quotes when he said
like
3?
3 of them. So if you remember back at the episode, Mark had a draw for his movie. He had 3 movies to choose from, and we found out on that episode that Mark had actually already seen House, and so I kind of just pulled the boss card, I guess, maybe, and made sure all 3 of them said Notzilla. So he chose Notzilla, but he really didn't choose Notzilla at all.
That's so wrong. So wrong.
So what you're saying is, you said the boss card, so Stompy approved it then.
Yes, Stompy approved that move. Yeah, it was definitely Stompy all the way.
Me and Stompy need to really have a conversation.
But so, anyways, so since before we get started on Notzilla, we've got a couple things for you for your birthday party, and I think somebody's knocking on the door. Somebody's supposed to be coming in here today.
I heard a dog barking. All right.
I heard dogs barking.
Did you get him some? Did you get him some adult entertainment?
No, did not. No. I'm afraid
there is not much room in here.
Will there be a nurse coming in here to
That couldn't be further from the truth.
Nope. And he's had 3 heart attacks. I don't think we could do that. That wouldn't be a good idea.
Lord have mercy. No one's prepared for
What
that.
a way to go.
You can get an average-looking entertainer instead of a real,
If we did, Ruben would be going, it's not Phoebe Cates.
Nothing's ever going to satisfy Ruben if it's not Phoebe Cates.
Right on. So
Wait, didn't he talk about Jennifer Aniston one time?
he did.
He did.
He did talk about
I
that.
did.
Leprechaun episode.
No.
That
What
was
I
the
said
episode.
is I prefer Angelina Jolie over.
Oh, that's right. That's
okay.
what it was.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Jeez.
And which angers just about everyone I talk to. Whenever I say that, it's like they want to pull a knife and just stab me right there. How dare you? And I'm like, too bad, sucker. That's how I feel.
You like what you like, man.
I like what I like.
That is true. So, all right. Well, we've got somebody in here saying hi to Mark for his birthday. What is up, Mr. Frank?
What's going on, everybody?
Oh, my.
Man.
It's
Hey,
Frank. Hey, Frank.
Mark, they told me it's your birthday.
It's my birthday.
That's amazing. How old are you?
29.
He looks 29, doesn't he? Doesn't he,
That's not
Frank?
what Stompy told me.
Okay, 61. 61.
Holy crap, that's not what Stompy told me.
Stompy lies.
Well, I didn't believe him, and Sludge told me how old you were. So I did some research. So I didn't know if you knew this, but you've been alive for 731 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are old.
I thought he was going to say years there for a second. I thought, wait.
No,
Trying to depress him?
I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then it's 3,181 weeks.
I'm old.
Holy
I'm
crap.
old. I am old.
That one doesn't seem quite as bad as the months, though, for some reason.
Well, get
Yeah,
ready
the months
because
hit hard.
The months hit really hard.
it's 22,271 days old.
I am the man. I am the man.
That's pretty amazing. I just have a couple items. Mark was the sixth most popular name in 1961.
Really?
He came in sixth.
Oh, thanks, man.
that's
I appreciate it. Yes.
Not number one. So now
You're number one in our hearts, Mark.
yeah.
Thanks,
always,
Pete.
always number one. And I just, you look great. You literally look great. But
Well, thanks.
you know who else is 61 also this year?
I don't know.
Michael J. Fox.
Really?
Yep.
Me and him's the same age.
Yeah, he looks a lot better.
Thanks, Frank.
Sorry, Mark.
Thanks, Frank.
Got to give it that one for sure.
Yeah.
Well, from me and Stompy, we just want to say
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Well, thank you very much.
So,
Thank you
and
very
I
much.
think they actually got you
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Oh,
brought
no.
present.
Oh.
no.
Oh.
What? Oh, no.
Stompy made me sign
Oh,
it.
no.
I don't. He had it already wrapped when I brought it over.
So it's
Now,
really
before,
stompy.
before you open that, Frank forgot one fact. Your 427 dog years.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
Okay.
Thanks, Ruben.
I didn't know that.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Man.
Oh.
Hey, and I did find out that some interesting information that you were born on the same day as not only one Vincent Price, but also Peter Cushing.
Wow.
Oh, that.
Oh,
yeah.
Both of them were born on, because your birthday's actually May 27th,
Exactly.
and that's their same birthday.
well,
Oh,
It would
Did
have
not
been
know
better
that.
if it was
Yeah,
David
excellent.
Hasselhoff. That's,
Oh.
yeah.
It
would have been a lot better if it was David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
it definitely would have been.
A
Yes.
lot better.
Yeah.
Well, that should be a national holiday. Don't
It-
you agree?
Is it not?
It should be. If it's
Well,
not,
no,
it should be.
Godzilla's birthday off every year. I take off David Hasselhoff's.
I could see that. I could
There you
see
go.
that.
It should be.
why I
I'm gonna
hired
write.
Frank
I'm gonna
right
write my
there.
congressman.
Same
I'll write my
mentality.
congressman about it. Maybe I can get Texas to at least make it a Texas holiday.
God bless Texas.
There you go. It'd be better if it was California, but oh well.
All right, so Stompy, and Frank, I guess, got you a
Thank you.
gift. You have a couple others here. You got one from us guys,
Okay.
and then Sarah, my wife, and your grandson's got you something as well. So.
Okay.
Oh.
Pete, we didn't get him anything.
Now to the listeners.
No.
out
This
there,
is from the guys. This
Oh,
is
it's
from,
all of
yes,
us.
this is
Okay.
from all.
This-
This is
to
from
the
all of
listeners
us.
out there.
Pete, we're
his
in trouble.
presents, He's so important that they used Christmas wrapping paper.
Well, that's kind of all we had.
Thank you.
It does the job.
So, it does the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
What
you're a kid,
I got
that's what-
penguins and snowmen and Santa Claus.
Yes, you do.
Well, you look pretty close to Santa.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
I do.
Or
don't
a
I?
dog
I never
ears.
thought about that. I reckon I do. Oh.
All right, man. Open your
Oh, I
gifts
got to
up.
open
Open
this.
it.
Yeah,
Well,
I
Chop,
will
chop,
tell
let's
you
let's
open
go. Open them
Yeah.
gifts.
Here, set that over there.
Stompy gave me
Hey,
rules.
I do
Yeah.
not want to spill my coffee.
Let Frank help you open those. There you go.
Yeah,
I
Frank.
don't know if I want to.
Frank's, he knows his brother bought this, so who
You should have
knows?
seen what Stompy bought me for Christmas.
Oh,
Oh, there you go, Mark.
thanks,
Oh.
Stompy and Frank. I really,
Let's make sure the guys can see
Can
this.
you see this? We have.
Oh my!
Thanks.
Mark, I'm so sorry. I'm going to take my name off of the paper right now.
Let the listeners know what Stompy got you.
Well, he got me some underwear, diapers.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess he thought you were real
adult
old.
Maximum
diapers.
absorbency.
Hey,
Yeah.
at
Thanks,
least
Frank.
he
I
went for the
really
maximum-
appreciate it.
Yeah,
That's all.
maximum
Stompy. I'm not
protection.
taking
You know,
responsibility.
he could have gotten you He could have got you the generic ones. That's maximum protection.
Oh
so.
yeah. Oh yeah. At least
Yeah.
it doesn't say depends on
Yeah.
it, but I really feel like it.
I'll go buy you a slushie.
Oh, there you go.
Oh lordy.
Now you can go see Doctor Strange and not take a break halfway through the movie.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
Pete.
That is an excellent point.
I can get the large Coke with the large popcorn.
Get the large Coke, you'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Are they sized by the ounce? Hold on.
Yeah.
Check that.
All right, grab the next one here.
Keep going.
Yeah. Well, we can't get on through this show until you open your
Okay.
gifts,
It's the
man.
birthday extravaganza.
Yeah, I can't eat my donut here.
What-
until you-
oh, you got a donut. Oh, well, that's all right. You go ahead and eat your donut, Ruben, because I believe
That one's from me.
Frank's like, I'm taking this one.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
There you go.
Yep, I was in on that one.
Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better than the peanuts
Mark's
I got
favorite
over there.
candy.
Exactly.
Well, we knew
Thank
that
you.
the eggs are your favorite,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're
Oh,
not.
yeah.
You can't find the eggs right
They're
now.
out of season.
Yeah.
They're out of season. You could probably found them clearance somewhere.
Yeah, the rabbits aren't laying.
All right,
this
and then
time
this
of
is
year.
from all of us.
everybody. All right.
So excited.
David Hasselhoff's greatest hits, I'm telling you.
Dude, that would be.
That'd be pretty cool.
Frank's got it. Well, oh yes,
Oh, that looks like a Xbox
one
It
game.
looks like Xbox.
Can you see it?
Dragon Ball Z
Dragon Ball
Kakarot.
Z. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Marcus who got me
Yeah.
into Dragon Ball Z.
That's
So
amazing.
all right.
Lordy, what else?
And we've got Stompy's going to burn, or Frank's going to burn. All right.
How did you
There
fit
we
that
go.
many candles
Thank
on
you,
the
Sarah.
cake?
Fire.
Oh, am I supposed to blow that out?
Somehow.
Not
Hey.
towards me. I'm flammable.
Did you have to get permission from the fire marshal? That's a lot of candles.
Well,
That's a lot of candles.
that is a lot of candles. So
Yeah, you think
I would
all
have
right.
used the
Well,
word
hey,
player.
look, we're gonna sing to you.
Hey, hold on.
Oh,
It's
look
just
at that.
starting now.
Oh yes,
wait.
Pete has got the trombone.
We're terrible at this.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mark. Happy birthday to you.
Hurry up before the sprinkler goes out.
Yes, hurry.
Hey, and don't worry. I think there's an auto tuner on here, so we'll be all right.
Yeah.
See how that turned out in the
We're
recording.
gonna bring us over. Hey, there we go. Sweet.
Jeez.
Somebody turn on the fan.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta say thanks to my wife for bringing the.
Thank you, Sarah.
The
Thank
cake
you,
down.
Sarah.
Yes.
So, all right, guys. Well, we are going to cut up some birthday cake, and while we do that, it is time for you to check out the trailer for Notzilla and the new commercial for one of our newer shows, Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling. Which, if you've not checked that out yet so far, you suck. Here you go.
Yeah.
I gotta take a piece to Stompy.
Today is the day. Unlimited power.
Commencing countdown in 5, 4.
Not close enough.
Another meltdown.
Biggest one yet.
Is it reptilian?
Could be Democrat.
It's alive, but it's definitely a living dinosaur.
Yes, sir. It is my Notzilla. So it's some kind of hemorrhoid. Oh, you want some of this? Huh?
If exposed to alcohol, it suddenly grew very big.
What happened?
Just as I suspected. The monster has grown lots bigger.
I see him. It is Notzilla.
Pikachu!
I need to speak to whoever's in charge. And that would be me. We're gonna need some ginormous firepower and some legendary heroic action.
I will save you.
I will crush you.
There's a monster. And the monster always comes and picks him up.
No, wait, Marty, look. That's a doll.
You're right, it is.
General Bogus, Notzilla is coming!
How's it look, Kenny?
Kafkaesque action! He's bouncing them around as if they were nothing but toys. He's turning around. We're safe. Please.
It's not so much the fire I mind.
That's where it comes from.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling, the podcast that's based on the old school, but can still help you find the good stuff from today. Dangerous Dan Colley, the Professor Jimmy Street, and the Plastic Chic Jared are the undisputed six-man tag team champions of the wrestling podcast world. From thought-provoking topics to superstar interviews to action figure expertise. This trio does it all. And all they ask is, give me back my pro wrestling! Every other Thursday, wherever you listen to podcasts.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Shred Sleestack here with an urgent emergency broadcast. The local beaches of Noyo have been closed by local authorities. Reports have been confirmed of attacks on 4 people, resulting in 2 deaths. It is believed the recent boating accident that resulted in more deaths is also related. Eyewitness reports bipedal-like attackers. The 2 survivors have been hospitalized and are in stable condition, but their statements to the police have not yet been released. Police are also advising all citizens to stay away from the local beaches until further notice. The annual Noyo Festival is currently still planned. However, that may change in light of the current situations. Please stay tuned for further updates. This is Shred Sleestack. Stay safe out there.
And there you go. That was the trailer for Notzilla and then the new commercial for Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that show, and hopefully you are listening to all the shows on our network. Of course, we'll run through them every episode. You got Give Me Back My Action Movies, Give Me Back My Horror Movies, our show, The Monster Movie Stompdown, Pete's show, Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling, and then, of course, Mr. Flynn and Jeff's shows, I Know You Hear Me, and Tales from the Haunt. So definitely check out all these shows. We've got almost everything you would possibly want, I think, at this point. So
we cover all the bases.
Yeah, all the good stuff. We've got all the good stuff for you. So, all right, well, let's jump into Mark's birthday movie of Notzilla. This movie actually premiered at G-Fest in 2019.
2019. I was there.
I was about to say, Pete, were you there for that one?
I was there. I didn't catch the screening, but they were handing out flyers, and they were really pumping up the movie, and I was really curious, and I never got to back the Kickstarter, but I picked up some of their flyers, and I was just watched and waited for the movie to come out. And when did that come out? Like last year?
Yeah, I think it's 2020
when it dropped for the public. Yeah, so that's I had to wait a whole year to see the darn thing.
Yeah, it's the way to be that it's worth the wait, I think. But we'll get into that here in a minute. So, this movie, so of course, we discussed, premiered at G-Fest in 2019. It was written and directed by Mitch Teamley. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. And has for the most part, pretty unknown cast, but amazing cast. I think they were all phenomenal in it. But the movie itself, pretty much quick rundown, starts off with a giant monster that is known as Notzilla attacking Japan. And it gets destroyed while Professor Hiro Honda, which is, yes, a throwback or homage to Inashiro Honda, is trying to stop the Japanese army from killing them. Doesn't do it. They end up killing the monster, but Hiro ends up saving one of the eggs, or so we think it's one of the eggs, or at least one of the eggs. And he is flying to Ohio, where he decides to get up and move to, and has some issues in the bathroom and starts arguing with his father in the mirror because his father had passed away, and somehow manages to flush several toiletries and then the egg in the backpack down this airplane toilet, and it lands in the Ohio River. Fast forward to Ohio, and you meet some other main characters, Dr. Shirley Ugest, and the main antagonist of the film, Dr. Richard Blowhart. It could not be a better name for an antagonist, I think. They work for Snuggie, which was the secret nuclear underground government installation. Yeah, that's right, installation. And they've already had 60-something failed nuclear bomb tests. 65.
And we were there for the 66.
Yes. So they are doing a 66th one, which fails and has another nuclear explosion. How this doesn't blow up Ohio, you might ask? Well, that's because they're 500 levels below ground and have tons of nuclear facilities that are just magically there, so they can prevent us from being, destroyed in Ohio. But so what ends up happening is the egg gets found, and that brings Professor Hiro, Shirley Ugest, and Blowhart together in a sweet little diner that reminds you, because this takes place in, I remember, the 60s-esque, right?
1962, I thought it started.
Yes. Yeah. So 1962.
I think that's what the...
So it's It's a diner I want to live in. It looks awesome. I would like to know the food that they have besides the oyster crackers. So they end up finding this egg, and Blowhart gets it and takes it in his office, and he decides to get drunk. And despite the warning from Hero that alcohol makes these creatures, these Notzillas, grow large, he decides to give this Notzilla or allow him access to his 30 cases of beer that's in his office, because that's what every nuclear physicist keeps in his office. Yeah. The monster grows to gigantic proportions and enters the military, and they try to stop him, and they don't, even though the Japanese military did. Our military sucks and can't do anything against this monster. And so it's up to Hero and surely you, Jest, to find a way to stop the army from killing him, find a way from Dr. Blowhart from making this, what was it called, a really big nuclear weapon of some kind to kill the monster and Cincinnati, and then shrink Notzilla back down to size. And they do that both coming up with an anti-beer formula that ends up working in the final climactic scene. They end up getting Notzilla shrunk back down to size and stopping Blowhart, but in the process of stopping Blowhart, as he sets off his massive nuclear weapon, they throw the big can of this shrinking juice, pretty much, this anti-beer formula, and it shrinks Blowhart and his assistant, Dr. Jacques Boutte. The names in this movie are absolutely awesome. Shrinks him down to size, and then it ends in a happy way with Jest and Honda now dating, we assume, and they've adopted the small Notzilla as their child, and Notzilla is now using Dr. Blowhart and Boutte as toys in his little car convertible. And it's a happy ending, and all of a sudden we see 3 new eggs in the Ohio River. This movie is absolutely amazing. The characters are named absolutely amazing things. Obviously, Hiro Honda is an homage to Inashiro Honda. Then you've got Pearl Stringer is one of them. Dr. Boutte, Dirk Bogus. This movie is as cheese gets. It starts off, the first scene is on Mount Sakatumi. Then it goes from Mount Sakatumi to Yomama Bay. That is this movie, guys. That is what this movie is. Notzilla, to describe the creature, the zipper for the suit is in the front and is clearly visible the entire time. He is a definite alcoholic because he likes his beer and he drinks as much of it as he can. He farts flames and burps flames because of the beer. His spines are actually like those. When you're a kid, you're in school.
Paper dolls.
The paper dolls. So
they
you
look
get out
like
paper dolls.
Sour Patch Kids to me.
They do look like Sour
Patch
Patch
Kids.
All the hands
hands
were
or
stuck
something?
together.
Yeah.
They're little Sour Patch Kids going down his back.
This movie is as cheese gets. Now, I know I don't do quite as good as a job in synopsis as Pete and his crew over there, but we get you the gist of it, okay? This movie is just a comedic spoof of the giant monster movies that we love. And since it's Mark's birthday party, Mark, you get to go first and tell us what you thought of this movie that you chose for your birthday.
Well, this thing was set up to work against me the whole time. It was
No.
Oh, yeah, listen to all the no's. Yeah. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you. You notice how Ruben is always on my side.
Sure, that's like the ones we
I
was
was not
rejected.
involved in
Okay,
any
yeah,
of that.
and Charlie isn't involved until we get to the trivia portion.
Well,
of
that's
okay. The movie was bad. Okay, I'm just going to say it. It was bad. It's the first monster movie I reckon I like. I take that back. Exception, Ship of Monsters.
I knew that was coming. I was like,
Okay.
now wait a minute, Mark. Are you saying I was about to get you on that
Yeah,
one?
I needed to get out of that real quick. It was a comedy, and that's just what it was, a comedy.
Yeah.
And that's the only part I liked about it, that it was a comedy. Everything else, it was real cheesy. The monster, Notzilla, I didn't like him. So, I mean, it was
But he's
just
so cute.
It was so cute.
I don't understand. Who said he was so cute? Was that Sludge?
That was
Yeah.
Sludge. That was Sludge.
Ah,
Yeah,
crap. I know what a door I just opened.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Yes.
Knew exactly what I just did there.
That
Double
was
standard, huh? Ruben?
Yeah, it's a double standard.
Oh yeah,
I get
oh
that.
yeah. He's like that.
That's
He
not
is
double. Go ahead, Mark. You can continue. We'll bypass that.
I mean, yeah. I sat through it. I tolerated it. Only had to be woke up once. I was doing really good.
Wait. It's an hour and 18 minutes long, and you fell asleep in this?
You only had to get woken up once?
Yeah, that was it.
That's
One
great,
time, and
Mark.
that was it. And so, I mean, I was really happy with that.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it. The rating that the Stompdown I gave on it, it's poor and it's been very poor.
Yeah, it reflected.
But I'll give it this much: I enjoyed it because for my birthday special, all of us are here together. That's the best thing out of it. There you go.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Someone had an extra piece of cake.
Pete will be back.
Ship of Monsters still sucks.
An extra piece of
cake. It's never going to change.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, hey, let's let our birthday guests go before me and Ruben will go on the back end here. Charlie?
Oh, man. I was torn with this movie because I love spoofy movies. I love Airplane. Hot Shots Part 2, one of my favorite action movies. I had more fun with my wife groaning in the background because the harder I would laugh, the louder she would groan. It was just like, oh my God, really? And I would laugh, and then she would do it louder, and I'd laugh. So I had a lot of enjoyment out of this movie. It's insane. It was fun. I love the zipper in the front of the suit when he starts going. The army is my favorite part of the entire thing. I had to look it up again. With what's the general's name? Dingus.
Bogus?
Oh, Dirk Bogus.
Dirk Bogus.
Yes.
4-star general, and it kept popping
Dingus,
up
that'll work.
2.5 at the bottom on the subtitles.
Yes.
And I love that there was subtitles in this movie when they needed it. It wasn't all the way through. It was just like, we'll add it here. And then the reporter always popping up in disguise.
Oh,
I just couldn't help but crack up every time.
I love when she comes out of the bathroom when they're talking about building the massive weapon there at the end. And she just pops out of nowhere. That's the old lady.
The radar. I about lost it when she hid inside the radar. And this movie was just, no one took themselves seriously. I would have loved to have been part of this movie. They had to have had a blast. This was ultra low budget. I mean, uber low budget. But you can tell it was made with heart. They had a blast doing it. The cast, as goofy it was, they were fantastic. I think they love the cast in this. And Notzilla was cute as all. I mean, he really was. And that's kind of the saving grace. If they had tried to make him like weird looking or something, I think it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
He had to be that cute. And I kept wondering if Pete had a giant beer can on top of his house that still had beer inside of it. Like the monster finds when it's walking down Cincinnati. You always wonder, is that a water tower? No, it's actually beer. Yeah. That's what's in it. But no, it was a super enjoyable movie. I'm glad I watched it. Don't know if I'm going to watch it again.
I've seen it a few times and we'll continue to watch
I'm
this
not
film.
surprised.
Pete, what about you, man? What did you think about it?
Well, Charlie, if you don't watch it again, you're not going to see all of the fun and background jokes that happen. Much like Airplane, there are things that are happening all over the place. What was there, a control panel once that said Velociraptor on it?
I saw that.
Yep.
I saw all the scientists, even the little kid scientist with the mustache. I was still trying to figure out the girl at the beginning of the movie had a mustache with her boyfriend in the car. I was like, there's a joke.
No, she didn't at first.
He had it.
Right. He had it, and when they started smooching,
start making out.
And that is an honest blink and you miss it moment because I didn't see them kiss, but I look back up going, she wearing a mustache? That makes it funnier, though, I think.
That general you're talking about, that 4-star general, did you see when they called? I'm sorry?
2.5. The subtitle kept popping up 2.5 stars.
Well, yeah,
every time he said 4 stars.
Right.
I loved that whole bit.
It was so good.
But he was the only general available, and
because of Cuba,
like, he was right. He was in charge of the Army's HVAC, so he was he was the 4-star frigid air general.
Yeah, instead of brigadier, he was frigid air. I love the phone lady when you call the Pentagon. It's like, where would you like your call to be? Although they're busy, she's just so disinterested. She sounded like that small town in Mayberry that put me through to Andy. I need to talk to him, and she's like clicking everything, and that was her in this one, sending everyone in the Pentagon.
There was another one like late in the film. They were putting that nuclear weapon together, and they drop a rod of plutonium, and one of the dingoes picks it up and just hands it back, and he's got these glowing green fingers. He just licks them like it's Kentucky Fried Chicken. Really, just little things like that made me laugh so very much. He started to recite a dirty limerick at one point in time. Here I sit brokenhearted. Anyway, I won't repeat the rest of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my thoughts on the movie, as much as I love bad movies, most of the time I don't like purposely bad movies. Not necessarily a parody like Airplane and Hot Shots. Those are in a category all to their own. But things like the lost skeleton of Cadavra.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't like that one at all, but they tried so hard to be funny and silly and cheesy that it fell short. This one, for whatever reason, had so much heart, and like you said, Charlie, they were clearly having a ball in their roles. Just the banter back and forth, the silly misogyny that was going on, just was. Oh God. Oh, it was painfully funny, but it was so absurd that you didn't take it seriously. No, it wasn't. No. They were definitely not meaning any of it. It was very good. All the scientists were white and male, and the ones that weren't actually male were dressed up like men anyway. That was also very funny.
Dr. Boutte.
They had the one black guy, but he kept saying he was from somewhere else, and he's like, no.
From Sweden, I think.
Speaking with a Minnesotan accent.
Yeah, it was from Minnesota.
Sweden or something like that. Yeah. At the end, there was a blimp that Notzilla grabbed, and you could see the cab underneath it, and the budget is so low that he peels the sticker of the silhouetted person off and then drops it, and then you see an actor falling in front of a green screen. Very, very, very funny.
So good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was, and that's going to reflect in my Stomp rating. I will watch this again. This is the second or third time I've seen it. I'll watch it again. It's a brisk 78 minutes. It's not a big time investment. So that also lent to the, yes, I'll watch it again sort of thing.
That was Jackie's favorite part.
So, 78 minutes.
That was quick.
Ruben, what about you, man?
Well, this movie, I'm not a huge fan of, well, it depends on the movie. Like Airplane, I loved, Young Frankenstein. I love those parodies, but I don't like the other, like the horror ones, like, Scary Movie. Yeah. I hate that movie. I don't like Scary Movie. I don't like, when they go, I know what you did last summer during whatever. I know there's a whole bunch of them out there. I don't like those. I don't even waste my time on those. But this movie it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, especially for fans of monster movies, and because you catch all of y'all mentioned these little gags, So when you're a monster movie fan, like we are, you catch all these little gags, which makes the movie fun, right? It makes the movie enjoyable for us. Will I ever watch it again? I've watched it twice. I watched it the first time. Sludge told me about it. I don't know, sometime last year, and it was on the Plex, so I watched it. And matter of fact, RJ was somehow in town, and we're sitting there making fun of it. And then I watched it again for the show. I watched it again for the show. So, is it fun? Yeah. Is it worthy of a high Stomp rating? To me, it's not. It's not. It is a lot of fun, but Charlie alluded to it. The fun comes watching somebody else enjoy. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. And I watched it by myself, so that tells you I couldn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it more when RJ was sitting there and we could make fun of it. I love the Three Stooges. Cindy, my wife, hates the Three Stooges. My brother-in-law loves the Three Stooges. His wife, Cindy's sister, hates the Three Stooges.
There's a pattern here.
So there's a pattern here. So, and it's funny because one of his daughters will sit there and watch it, and she goes, I hate the Three Stooges, but I love watching Dad watch the Three Stooges. She goes, it's a lot of fun to watch Dad laugh and just have fun watching the Three Stooges. And that's what kind of movie this is. This is a movie you watch with friends.
Yeah.
This is a movie you don't sit there and watch alone, because the movie is so much better if you watch it with somebody that you can actually interact with, Mystery Science 3000 type of way.
Right.
So, and that's the saving grace for this movie, in my opinion, is that, because it is just one of those movies, and I think I've mentioned it in other shows, that you put on it, and when you got a group of friends together, you got a pizza, you got some beer, and you're just sitting there enjoying company and enjoying a terrible movie that's so terrible that it's actually quite entertaining. If that makes any sense to you.
I'll agree with that. I think that changes. Yeah. I would definitely watch it again if like all of us were like hanging out.
Exactly. Like if we all
it would change.
Yeah, definitely well said.
It would change the dynamic of the movie 100%. Like I didn't watch it by myself, but I had more fun laughing at Jackie. So that's a different dynamic than all of us like going, "Oh, did you see that? That was awesome. That was hilarious." So I would watch it again with all of you.
Yeah, and that's something I wanted to bring up, because I remember, I said, man, why do I remember this movie being so much more entertaining? What was the difference? And there was somebody else in the room with me.
Nice.
So that's what I have to say about it. Did I give it you'll see my stomp rating, but yeah, it probably would have got a higher stomp rating had I seen it with a bunch of my friends. So that's all I got to say about that. It's all up to Sludge now.
Well, I'm in agreement. Like, you guys bring it up, watching it in a group of friends. Yeah, that's probably the best way to watch this movie.
Why didn't you invite me over to watch it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I should have. I
don't live that far away either, Mark.
Yeah. We just didn't get it.
Man, all right. That didn't go the way I wanted it to at all. That turned real quick.
You guys say I'm in cahoots with him.
Dang it. So, but yeah, this is definitely one of those movies, man. Would be great with a group of pals to watch. But I mean, aside from that, I'm not going to lie. I mean, me and Pete, we watch some pretty atrocious films. We like to. I think we really like the torture of it. I adore this movie. Like I'm not gonna lie. I'll watch this movie multiple times in the future. There's no question about it. I've probably seen this movie at least 5 times on my own, just because I love it. I love the cheesiness of it. I love the jokes. It's the heart, especially, man. Anybody can, if you make a movie and it's complete crap, but you can tell you have a lot of heart in it. I'm all for it, and I will love that movie through and through, no matter how bad it is. And this is one of those movies, man. It's just, you can tell there's so much heart, and they had a blast doing this. And I mean, complaints, I have none. I mean, I couldn't justify giving this thing a super high rating because of how we rate some of the other films, but I gave it as high as I could based off of that, because I love this movie.
That's a good point right there, because even my stomp rating, if I look, there's nothing I hate about this movie. That's true. Exactly. I don't hate anything about it, but I had to judge it on because it's a stomp rating.
Yep.
Enjoyment factor, this thing's through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
And if we all got together, it would be a 5 stomp enjoyment rating. But, yeah, that's a good way to put that is, I didn't hate anything about this movie or go, man, why'd they do that? They did everything they intended. They put it on the screen, and it was perfection.
And it worked.
To them.
Yes. And it worked.
Yeah,
that's a great way to look at it.
Okay, well, I mean, that's all I got to say about that, so let's find out. It's Stompdown rating time. All right, and collectively, from the 5 of us, we gave this movie a 3 stomps out of 5. So someone gave it a little bit lower. I think Mark gave it a 2.5, right?
Yes, I did.
Ruben gave it a 2, and Charlie, you gave it
2.5.
2.5, and then me and Pete, of course, love this movie, so we gave it 3.5.
3.5.
Now I'm going to repeat what we talked about earlier. This is a 5.
Well, I'm going to use that word for myself at least.
This is 5 stomps. We hit 2.5, Mark. That's average.
We did.
That means we enjoyed it.
Yeah,
we did good.
Okay, that's true.
Ruben dipped past.
Yeah.
But that's okay. He had no RJ this time. But
we hit
the average, and honestly, if every movie came out that hit average, it'd all be gold.
That's very very true. So I mean, across the board, 3. We were all just varied a little bit. Definitely worth watching. We do recommend after the discussion, watch it in a group of friends, because you will have an absolute blast doing
Mine
that.
could have been a 3.5, but I didn't get invited.
You did. Man, I tell you what, in your birthday episode,
I'm telling you what, I go through all this trouble, man, all this trouble. The gifts, the cake, I didn't
Rigging
get
the
invited for Notzilla.
election.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I worked hard on that.
Again,
Oh, Lordy.
man, not 2,000 mules, the 2,000 sludges.
Here we go. That's what it is. All right. Well, man, it is time because I'm ready to get to it because we have the trivia man himself in the house. It is time to test your might.
Test your might. Test your might. Test your might. Test your might. Test your might.
All right, here we go. So, real quick before we get started, I have got to tell you all about Attack of the Giant Crab Monsters that I thought I was going to enjoy because I have seen that movie years ago when I was much younger and I thought I remembered enjoying that movie. And then, then I watched it and was like, oh, this is horrible. And it's not so much the movie itself. Like, the story makes no sense whatsoever. And the Crab Monster actually looks kind of decent. It's everything that's done in post effects on this movie. Like all the sound effects, almost all the sound effects are recorded in post. And they are so bad. Like clear like the crabs, they wanted you to be able to hear them move, like the shell moving, but it's a real bad sorry Pete, I know you messed me about the pin clicker, but it's like this real bad clicking noise, but it's like everyone's talking at like a normal decibel. The clicking noise is like 50 dB above it. Like it is horribly mixed. The sounds are terrible. There's a wire banging against the house that sounds like a tree is falling through a roof. And it's just like a little tiny electrical wire. It's bad. It is bad. Like the editing of this movie is absolutely horrible. But I remember why I did like it as a kid. And it's all for the opening sequence. And I don't know what it is about movies. We just, it did the interview for Crabs for next month. And we're talking about Humanoids from the Deep and the opening of films. Opening for a movie can make or break a film. This movie starts off with people showing up on this island for no freaking reason. They don't tell you at all what's going on. You don't learn out to like 15 minutes of the movie. But then you got these dudes in the boat, and like this one dude falls over and gets attacked by the crab monster. And this is like the early 60s. And they pull him out, and it's clearly like one of those crash test dummies. It's definitely not an actual body. But then like he comes out, and his head is gone. This crab monster has cut his head off, and it's black and white, so it's blood, but you can't really tell it's blood. And the guys on the boat are like, what do we do? Like they have no response to what to do with this headless corpse in the boat. And I remember seeing it as a kid going, oh, yeah, they're cutting heads off at the beginning. This is going to be great. I had terrible, terrible decisions in films back then. So.
Okay, I do have a question. And is the trivia about the Attack of the Crabs?
No.
Or Ruben, am I wrong here? Did he just take us off? I thought we was going into the trivia content.
We are, but I lost last time, so I had to talk
about the movie.
But I mean, you really.
I know nothing about
Hey,
crab.
I was trying to help Ruben out. Ruben has been upset because he has picked movies that I have enjoyed and they've involuntarily jumped on board on and he finally got one that I did not like at all. So,
but finally.
I mean, he went deep. Kiss Meets the Fan of the Park.
He's a good man.
Twonky.
He's a good man. We both enjoyed that.
That was a great movie. Both of those
my fault.
I
was out in left field there for a second.
They're not going to like Twonky. They're not going to like it because it's so silly. They loved it. I can't believe it.
It's so good. I recommend that movie for everybody to watch. So,
okay, my bad.
All right, let's jump into it. Charlie, you do these.
I'm here.
You're here.
There's no emails. There is no fix, guys. We're going to air some dirty laundry real quick.
No fix.
I sometimes am typing these things right as you guys are getting ready to do the show. Okay? Sometimes 2 weeks goes by really freaking fast.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to
make a pregnant Chad I see on the notebook there. Is that
no? That was Chad? The. I think that. That says Notzilla on it. That's what that says. Also, I'm going to clear this up. No one ever said I had to make the trivia questions about the movie we watched. Okay? That was a courtesy on my part, and now that you guys have really picked some obscure movies that have no trivia, and I know all three of you are reading the IMDb's, I am too, and I'm going, no, I'm not doing that. Ruben now has thrown the gauntlet and went, I now study the teacher, And so he studies me. So I'm reading these in person. I had, again, this movie, not a lot of trivia. They have their own Reddit. There's like 3 people in it. So not a lot going on here.
And they were all in the movie, right?
Probably. All right, so this is the one that pertains to the movie, but it's nothing you guys would be expecting.
Okay.
In brilliant, low-budget flair, the movie Notzilla utilizes plastic army men to fill the ranks of soldiers. I told you I love that whole sequence.
Yeah, that is cool.
What year were plastic army men created?
Ice.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's so it fits the movie, and it's something you guys would not think to go look up. Okay, except maybe Ruben, because he studies it. I don't get it. All right, you ready for the options?
Bring it on.
A, 1928. B, 1938. Don't be looking, Mark. I know it's your birthday, but I'm not
looking.
I'm not swinging this.
My
to you.
name is not Sludge. It's okay.
What? I have to hide my paper from you.
And now C, 1948.
Look at Pete.
No Google, Pete.
Hey,
that's how
boy.
I get the answers.
I think
I'm making an educated guess on this based on something else that has nothing to do with the soldier. So we'll see. I guessed.
I am too.
I
am too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be guessing on all these. I like to play along at home, and I usually lose.
And that's the other thing. I don't know why you guys think I want him to win. To me, the glory of trivia is if you all 3 don't get any right. I want that phone call where he goes,
that's your goal, huh? Your
Charlie,
goal
I need a tiebreaker. Well, where you at? We all missed them. That's what I want to hear. That's my goal.
Okay.
All right. Second question. Now, this is a birthday question, Mark. This one is for you.
Okay.
Of the following 3 monster movies released in 1961, which one had the lowest budget?
Ooh.
A, Conga. B, Reptilicus. C, Gorgo.
Ooh.
Which one had the lowest budget?
Well, I know which one had the highest budget of those.
But we're not
I know
looking.
which one looks the worst.
Yeah, that's
that doesn't always
I'm going with
translate,
that
though,
one.
Pete.
I'm going to need
Right,
to
you're
hear
right.
those.
You're right.
I'm
Need
gonna
to hear
have
them
those
again?
one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
A, Conga, Konga.
Yeah.
B, Reptilicus. C, Gorgo. All came out in 1961, just like Mark.
I'm making my choice based off of one scene in one of those movies.
Yeah.
That's a brave move, gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's because I know how this scene was made, and so I'm like, that's got to be the one. It's got to be the one. I'm telling myself.
Okay. All right.
I feel an 0 for 3 coming on. Just to let you know.
That's okay, Mark. I feel like I'm lobbing you this last one.
Okay.
I think this one should be right in your wheelhouse. Born in 1961, Paul McCrane famously played one of Clarence Bodiger's gang members in RoboCop. He also starred in the 1988 remake of The Blob, hence the Monster Connection. What was his character's name in RoboCop? A, Emile. B, Leon. C, Bobby. Can you fly, Bobby?
Bobby Boucher.
Watch Mark be the only one to get this one right. I hope to God he is the only one that gets this one right. I almost want to guess.
This is called, you guys called me out, and I'm bringing the big guns.
I took one edge. There's 3 guesses in this, and only one is kind of an educated. Well, I wouldn't even call it educated. It's kind of like I just guessed using facts of when plastic was invented and first time it was used.
That's where I was.
Well, I mean, that's kind of that kind of would be it when they quit using lead, and then they started using the plastic. So, I become little mini experts when I do these trivia things because I'm reading so much stuff.
You're learning stuff, yeah.
And trust me, the internet is not always accurate. You know, I have to look at 3 or 4 things because there'll be different answers.
Internet's not right.
Like you guys recall, like Sludge told me you called me out about the Toho comment on Pacific Rim. I only write down what they actually wrote on the article.
Yeah.
And I think what they meant to say was Toho era homage, just monsters from around that time, not specifically Toho.
Yeah.
So,
what Young Gary?
Young Gary.
Yeah, that's the one it was.
Gary.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that was me and Mark. Both.
Ziegler was on there. Jiger from Gang
That's
was
how
on there.
deep I had to dig for that movie. Again, a movie that didn't have any trivia.
But you did good because it went on the list. Went on our
It
list.
did. It did.
See,
We got to talking about it then.
I am helping. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody have all their answers. You ready?
Doing the
Yes.
Lord's
Yeah.
work, Charlie.
Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that.
I'm with you.
Not that we share the same show or anything like that. It's all good.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. So, question number 1. In brilliant low-budget flair, the movie Notzilla utilizes plastic army men to fill the ranks of soldiers. What year were plastic army men created? The answer is B, 1938.
I knew it. Yes.
All right. Check. Did we all get that right?
Nope.
Did you go too early, Pete?
No, too late.
Nope, too late. 1948.
40. I
See,
picked
I
48.
remember that one of the whatever you want. They had all the war propaganda to raise money and make awareness.
Yeah.
That they did for children back then. I remember in my history class from ironic, no joke. My history teacher's name was Michael Jackson, and he was really overweight, balding white man who loved to do the moonwalk.
So the
class.
Simpsons, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I got you.
Right.
I remember learning that in his class is that they created the Army Men toys for kids to help raise money for the war.
And I got to say,
that was
though,
another
when
part. I was like, well, it's propaganda. They were trying to, like the Bugs Bunny cartoons, or
the whole Looney Tunes thing with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
was it
exactly.
Mein Kampf was all like Daffy Duck or something like
that?
Even the famous Three Stooges did some stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
And I just wanted to say, because I was wanting to save it for the question, was I love the little red Indian mixed in with the army men.
Yeah.
I had those.
Oh, yeah.
They were like red and yellow and green.
That
all in
was
the same
about
butter
to ask
bucket.
y'all. I don't know if any of y'all, maybe y'all are too young, but I actually ordered. I remember it was 1,000 army men. You ordered it from your comic book. The comic book. It was. And
I've
it came
seen
in
the
a little-
articles. Yeah.
And it came in a little chest.
Along with the sea monkeys.
I ordered those,
and
man.
everything else you ordered.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah, exactly. It was right next to the other.
I had mine in Country Crock butter bowls. That's what I had. My Cowboys and Indians and my Army Men, and I had one tank. So I was jealous of this movie. They had rocket launchers and everything. All right. Question 2. Of the following 3 monster movies released in 1961, which one had the lowest budget? The answer is B, Reptilicus.
Got 2.
I got 2.
Dang, Mark got 2 of them.
All right.
Go ahead. The reason why that I guessed that one, because I just, was the underwater sequence with Reptilicus was shot in front of an aquarium.
Yeah.
Sure.
So not like Toho style.
No.
They got a little, literally like a little, was it like a 5-gallon aquarium that was still dirty that they didn't decide to clean, and he put the Reptilicus behind it instead of doing it in the normal Toho format, and that's how they shot it. And I was like, there's no way.
So
it's got a lower budget than that.
I wrote down additional information just to drive home the point. So Gorgo was actually up for an Oscar for that movie for special effects.
Really?
They had a budget of $650,000.
Yep.
Wow.
Conga had $500,000.
What?
Reptilicus had $100,000.
Oh God! Yeah,
there we go.
That was how much of a swing. And I'll say there was like 10 monster movies that came out in 1961, but I had to get something where they all seemed similar.
Yep.
And in my digging, and I couldn't figure out how to make it a question. Gene Simmons' boots, the demon heads at the bottom, are Gorgo. He has them modeled after Gorgo.
That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Never
Cool.
knew that.
See, I'm a mini expert all of a sudden.
Yeah, right.
All right. Question 3. Born in 1961, Paul McCrane famously played one of Clarence Bodiger's gang members. He also starred in the remake of The Blob in 1988. What was his character's name in RoboCop? A. Emil. He's the man that melts in the toxic waste at the end.
Thank you.
Oh, Mark, I was so
I just did it, man. I thought it was going to be because I had all
lobbed it.
B's. I'm like, man, that can't be all B's, and I almost changed my third answer. I should have.
No, I try not to do that too, man. I really try to mix it up.
I did B2 on purpose because I thought it was Bobby.
So, well, Bobby
was C.
Right, but I was
you
wanting
got it.
Mark to win.
Oh, so you're saying he's copying you, so you wrote down the answer?
No, I threw that. I purposely threw that out, but I would have still been wrong either way.
Well, Emil also played one of the deputies in The Blob, He's the one that's
Okay.
kind of balding and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And he's like strong arming the kid. I
can't
can't
remember his
name
name either. Yep.
He's got a famous brother.
He looks like Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
So how did we do on this? Did we tie? We need to call Charlie.
Yeah, I need.
I got two.
I got two.
I got two.
What'd you get, Pete?
0.
I smoked Pete.
I got 0 right.
Oh man!
Holy crap, guys! I was like, "There's no way I need a tiebreaker for this." Pete, since you have 0, that puts you on the same
what kind
plane
of
as
movie
me.
you got for me?
Pete, why don't you come up with
movie.
a tiebreaker question for us? You know some weird stuff. I wanted to say the other word. Sorry, Sludge.
That's all right.
Stick around.
All right. I got a question for you, and this is out of my wheelhouse. Maybe not in any of your wheelhouses.
Ooh.
In 1516, the Reinheitsgebot was a law passed in Bavaria limiting ingredients in beer.
Ooh, interesting.
Which one of these ingredients in modern day beer was not originally in the Reinheitsgebot of 1516? Does that make sense?
Yep.
I'm going to give you 4 ingredients that are in beer today. Yeah. Which one of these 4 ingredients was not listed as an ingredient? And they passed this law because there were a lot of... Anyway, they wanted to regulate what was in beer. So they had 3 items that were supposed to be in beer. Now there are 4 these days. So here we go. Which one of these 4 was not listed originally in the Reinheitsgebot?
Okay.
Water, yeast, hops, barley. One of those 4 ingredients was not originally listed in the Reinheitsgebot.
All right, I wrote it. Since you didn't give an ABC,
I think we're all guessing.
Okay.
This is an educated guess again. So
all right.
Everybody got an answer.
So originally, go ahead.
I was going to say I'll answer because mine doesn't matter. So, A.
Yeah,
water.
Water.
Okay. Did everybody write water?
Yes, I think so.
No. The correct answer. The correct answer is yeast. In 1516, yeast wasn't a thing, or it was. I'm sorry, yeast is a thing, and always has been a thing. But they didn't have microbiology back then. Louis Pasteur had not been invented. Wait, let me say that again. Louis Inventor wasn't alive at the point. Boy, I said that wrong, didn't I? Louis Pasteur hadn't founded the microbiology at that point. So yeast, they didn't quite understand how the beer fermented. So the original 3 ingredients were water, hops, and barley.
Oh man, didn't know that. All right, this is now the first time
we need another question.
We've had to do a double tiebreaker.
Oh no!
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
This is just I'm throwing something up against the wall, if you know what I mean.
Throw it on the wall, brother.
That's
Please
fine.
Be Dutch of Monsters.
Who cares? Yeah.
Cincinnati is famous for a particular kind of food. Is it actually a particular kind of franchise? Fast food franchise.
Okay.
Is it A, White Castle, B, Wendy's, or C, Skyline?
I know this one, Pete. I'm not even going to join in on this one. I know it.
I just took a guess.
We're ready.
Ruben's like, I'm
ready.
in Texas.
Right. Well,
That's all right.
Is it In and Out?
Well, I eliminated, and I don't know if it's right or not. I eliminated White Castle. No. Ohio's not worthy.
All right, what's our answer, Pete?
Yeah. Or are they? Yeah.
our answer is Skyline Chili. That is a Cincinnati staple.
I got it.
Got it.
It's,
Chili, baby.
It is spaghetti with chili on top and cinnamon. Cinnamon and is it chocolate too, Charlie, or is it just cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
The cinnamon, yeah.
Yeah, cinnamon.
Although
I've
White
never
Castle,
heard of that.
oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wendy's is from
the
Dayton.
question. This might. Yeah, I missed it. Is there beans in the chili?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Scotland's got beans in it.
Oh, that's why we don't have it in Texas. That's why we don't do Texas. Yeah,
chopped onions, shredded cheese.
All right,
everything else sounds good. And then you said beans, and I'm like, oh, that's why.
We have someone who is lost now. Poor Ruben.
Ruben goes down.
Man. Ruben goes down. So Mark,
painful.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think,
You guys
man? What
are
do you
too
think?
smart.
Well, I mean, it's your birthday episode.
I know, but
yeah.
The last thing I was going to use was Attack of the Killer Clowns.
Oh yeah, no. Let me pick this one,
Yeah,
Ruben, because that's a great movie.
Boy.
Well, see, we're
I hate clowns, Mark, but I didn't lose.
Oh, let's see. So, dude, I'm doing it. It's too ironic that this movie came up today and I had to watch it. Ruben, your movie you were watching is the 1979 movie Bog. And I will have it available for you on the Plex
Bog
by tonight.
Oh,
yes,
I know this one.
That is an atrocious
Is that a
movie.
Cheech and Chong movie?
No, it is
that a
not.
Cheech and Chong?
There's no end.
No end in that
A little different there. Although it sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Man, that was awesome. Yes, so
Yeah.
I was about to say
All
bong.
right.
Not bong. It's bog is what you're watching.
There is a killer bong movie.
I got a
There is.
feeling it's going to be
That
one of
one.
those movies. It's going to be one of those movies that
matter of
Cindy
fact-
comes out and says, "What the heck are you watching?" I got a feeling that's what it's going to be.
No, it will be.
Sludge, there's a ginger dead man versus the killer bong.
Yes, they did
that does
cross over.
exist.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they did.
I'm writing that
It's on
down
TV.
because that is
So
on.
I'm just gonna go watch
that. I am voluntarily looking for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that one's going to come out the first time we lose.
Ginger Dead Man versus Killer Bong.
Killer bong.
Killer bong.
Or it's evil bong or killer bong. It'll
Or
come
it might
up.
be evil bong. Yeah.
You'll
Evil
know
Bong,
it.
okay. I cannot stress how much I just laughed my rear off in Ginger Dead Man.
It's Gary
That is-
Busey. How
oh
could
my-
you not?
Yeah, it is just, and him as a ginger. Yeah, it's awesome. So, all right, guys, thank you, guys, so much for listening to this episode. We have some important things coming up next month for you. Of course, next month we've got Jurassic World finally hitting the theaters because it is taking it a little bit longer, and it's going to end out this trilogy. And I know a lot of people are excited about it. But you know what? We're going to do a double feature for you of an even better set of films, and that's Carnosaur 1 and 2 for you guys. I have been biting at the bit to do these movies. I love them.
Ruben's throwing a thumbs down.
Yeah,
Me and Pete will happily jump in.
Oh, man. So we were going to hit you all with a double feature for
So,
that.
wait a minute. Okay, Ruben, you just did a thumbs down, and you got to watch Bog 2 and review all
That's what I'm saying. I got double
Oh,
whammy.
man.
How can you thumbs down
I
Carnosaur?
got double whammy.
He is not going to
easily. I'll do it
be a
again.
rough episode.
Yeah, it's going to be rough for me.
No, wait, that's
I'll watch that
Carnosaur
thing.
1 and 2.
Carnosaur
So
1 and
3
2.
times. Three
Yeah,
times.
Carnosaur 1, 2, and Bog.
Bog, yeah, he's on
for
it.
poor Ruben. That's going to be super enjoyable.
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, I watched both of them this over the week. I watched Carnosaur and Notzilla, and it made me appreciate Ship of Monsters even more. Mark.
That's right.
That's not right.
Oh, no, man. All right, so we've got a
Matter
double
of
feature.
fact, it's matter of fact, as bad as that as we'll see how bad Bog is. I'm just gonna go find some luchador movies for you guys to watch.
I don't know what that is.
When I win.
You do remember
I will
who?
watch all those with you, Ruben.
You watch it.
Santo.
That's what Ship of Monsters was.
Yeah, I was like, dude,
that's
like
what Ship of Monsters
I
was,
rated
the
Chip of
luchador
Monsters
movie.
very high. So yeah, go ahead. Bring me some luchador
that's
films.
right,
I'm
yeah.
cool with it.
Oh, okay, there you go.
All right, so we've got our own dinosaur double feature for next month to go against Jurassic World. We also have picked, since we kind of brought it up in the last episode, Yongary. We're going to go down to South Korea for a giant monster movie next month. And that one is an absolute blast. We won't torture you with the 1999 remake. We are going to do the original one.
Exactly.
Ooh, it's bad.
Yeah, the remake is pretty rough. And then, of course, we have got a very special episode. We got a chance to sit down and talk with one Pierce Barrelsheimer for his upcoming movie Crabs, which is actually officially released in Australia now, but will be coming out here in America and the UK in a few months. This is an absolute amazing film that we have to thank, and we thanked on the episode. Thank you, Pete, for bringing this one to our attention, because it was you, sir, who found the trailer and shared it. And Pierce actually asked, too, on the episode. He's like, how did you guys fight about this? We're like,
he did.
We got this friend of ours named Pete. Let's tell you about Pete.
That's how it started.
Yep. So it's going to be a great episode. We had an absolute blast sitting down and talking with him. So be sure and check that out. And want to say special thanks to Charlie and Pete for showing up for Mark's birthday episode.
I sure do appreciate it.
No problem.
Hopefully you have enjoyed it, sir.
This was fun.
I had a blast.
This makes me feel special.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I got to meet Frank.
Yeah,
Check that off the list.
Yes.
So, which was cool. I mean, I'm glad he brought Stompy's gift for you. You know, we want to make sure you got your.
Glad he didn't bring Stompy though.
Your depends. Oh no.
Yeah.
What do you just? Do you want me to leave those behind your bathroom door? Where do you?
No, those are yours all the way. So, and it's probably a good thing that Stompy didn't show up. So you guys,
probably a good thing.
You guys will
I'd have stuck one on his head.
That would have been great to see. You guys will of course listen, and we'll see very shortly. Me and Stompy had a little bit of a issue here in the studio. About a week or so ago. We had several issues. Frank almost tore the place down, but Stompy decided to get into a bag of my Cheetos. And
ooh,
yeah.
Wait, what?
Those special Japanese Cheetos?
Yes.
I know not to do that.
Yes.
I've gone on one of his expeditions to get them.
Yeah, Charlie's been with me when I got them. He knows.
Yeah.
So. So anyways, man, thank you all again so much, and please go listen and check out everybody on the Give Me Back My Podcast Network. Everyone pours their heart and souls into these shows, and we just love doing it for fun, and I promise you everybody puts out great content, so go check out all the new episodes, join all the social media so you know when they're coming out, and again, we thank you guys so much. We do this for you. This is Sludge
and Mark.
Ruben in Texas.
Pete in Columbus.
And Charlie's sitting here in studio.
Y'all have a good night.
Sweet. Good night.
All right, night, y'all.
Come on, happy birthday, Mark! You want to live forever?
Now what? But no matter what happens, Godzilla will win.
Hello, peasants. Stompy here, reminding you to join the Monster Movie Stompdown Facebook group and follow us on Instagram so you can get all the extra content from the Monster Movie Stompdown. 3 times a week, we bring extra content with The Underdogs on Mondays, where we discuss great monster movies you might have missed. Monster Mash Wednesday, where we discuss the music of the monster movies or monster-related music, either way. And of course, Friday Night Fights, where we put 2 titular monsters, that's not even the right word, I don't know if I can say that word, okay, in the ring, and you decide who wins. So don't be a loser. Go join us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram.
3?
Oh, no. I had to pick it out of a hat.
Oh, that's
See,
right.
Yeah, I had to pick it out of a hat.
How many said Notzilla, Sludge?
All right, so
yeah, I never did check that hat. Now that you said that,
I'm the one that's always told that I'm rigging stuff. Yeah. It's not me.
That's it. I was about to say, now with the reputation here, you should have checked that hat and made sure there was not the same movie in there 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Well,
he did bring it up. Not none of the rest of us did.
There is a really good possibility that every one of those pieces of paper said Notzilla on it.
I knew it. That's right.
Matter of fact, there wasn't a possibility. It was. All of them said Notzilla.
That's wrong, man. That's just wrong.
That was our birthday present to you, Mark.
Yeah,
to watch Notzilla instead of the other garbage that we
Thanks,
sent.
Pete. I appreciate that.